It's popping YouTube. Back at it again. Y'all read the title, so let's get into it, man. I want to talk about racism in America. My point of view, my perception, my opinion, and some facts that y'all may need to hear. So let's just start off with, the elephant in the room, man. The biggest thing that everybody's discussing about, man. Police killing black people. Uh, what I don't like is it's like every time this topic comes up and you're talking to people that aren't affected, it's just like any type of conversation that you don't want to talk about directly, then you have an indirect response that surveys and navigates to other discussions like semantics. You feel me? People don't directly, respond to the situation or what's being addressed head on. So it's problem number one, because every time someone brings up, uh, you know, every time we bring up, hey man, y'all need to stop doing that to us, right? Like we're human beings. It's not y'all. I don't care where we at. You feel me? You don't have any right, to treat anybody inhumane. You feel me? That's not your right. You feel me? We all have been given the right to live the way we want to. You feel me? That's first and foremost. But when you bring up that, people want, oh, well, about black on black crime, and you have to understand that black on black crime is also systematically set up from the same people that's pointing the finger to try to diverge and devoid. This is systematic. You have lack of resources, lack of education, drugs, gangs, all all these combination of things, and then you got black men, strong black men being gunned down by these policemen, you feel me? So then that causes, fatherless households, which causes, the instability for, people to grow with structure and balance, you know. So it just causes an imbalance. So that's first and foremost, man. Police brutality, I feel like that's number one on the list because it's the most egregious one. You feel me? For the tax dollars that I pay with my pocket goes into the policemen that are supposed to serve and protect me. You feel me? But instead, they're doing the opposite. And then when we come up and ask for, we want change or we want something else to happen, y'all feeling like we don't have the right to ask that. And it's well within our right. If anything, it's common sense. So, and another thing is, Black Lives Matter. It's a controversial, statement, all because people can go into semantics about it. Okay, well, Black Lives Matter. What about all the other lives that are on this earth? Okay. People want to be literal, literists, as I call them. Nobody's saying black people only matter, bro. Black Lives Matter, meaning it's it's not like sarcasm, but it's more so like it's a message within a message. So it's not saying black lives only matter. It's just saying black lives matter too. Also, you feel me? Like the rest of the lives that live on this country and able to, take advantage of the opportunities that's out here. You feel me? So that's another thing. You feel me? So then you got these systematic, and it's systematically set up like that for certain encounters to happen. You feel me? You got one kind of lifestyle that a person is living, and you got another lifestyle that another person is living, and through the systematic way that we're programmed, without us even realizing it, we're being part of a game that we don't even realize we're playing because y'all being told one message, we're being told another, and it's polar opposites so that when we come together, it's supposed to be on site. you know. And really, it just comes down to a conversation, in certain aspects. I feel like some people, they, they know what's going on. They know it's wrong. They probably know more than black people, as far as the wrongdoings to what happens to us. So I'm not going to just say white people are just, you know, naive and they just don't know what's going on. They don't know any better. I feel like there's a group that are kind of uninformed. You feel me? And they're kind of, you know, uninvolved because it's like, how does this directly affect me? I didn't own no slaves. I didn't sit up there and, segregate anybody. So why should I feel obligated to change something I didn't even set into place? But in the same breath, without you even realizing it, you're taking advantage of things that you don't even know that's a privilege. And I feel like that's the most scariest part about it. You feel me? Because people are now living a life based off of being programmed like, oh, you are for who you are, you earned it. And a good part of that may be true, but they're programmed to think that white privilege isn't a thing. You feel me? If anything, it's entitlement. You feel me? People develop entitlement. And when you try to take those privileges away, that's when things get uncomfortable. But that's why I'm gonna wrap it up right now. You feel me? Comment, like, subscribe. And I'm gonna have some other things to talk about. You feel me? I'm gonna pick up this discussion in another video, maybe a couple more videos. But thanks for watching. Catch up with y'all next time. I'm up out of here.